Hello and welcome to English Lessons with Lakshmi. For today's session, I have chosen Batter My Heart by John Donne. This poem is sonnet number 14 in the group of Holy Sonnets or Divine Sonnets of John Donne. There are 19 of them in the group, and these poems were published in 1633 after the death of the poet. And these 19 poems are said to have been written within a span of years or for a few years from 1609 to 1617. And what is special about these poems is that they are intensely personal, intensely passionate, and this particular poem, Batter My Heart, brings out the extreme conflicts that were going on in John Donne's mind regarding his spiritual surrender to God. Now, when you look at the life of John Donne, his life was quite an adventure. He studied law, and then he was in service of Sir Thomas Egerton, and there he fell in love with his niece, that is Thomas Egerton's niece, Anne More. They got married secretly, and this marriage led to his eviction from the job. They had to struggle for a long time, and he had intense love for his wife Anne More, and they continued to be in love till her death. And he had to face a lot of privations and even poverty at times. And later on, he even became a soldier, and then he turned to religion. He took up religious orders. So quite a lot of experience for a man to go through. And all this vividness and diversity can be seen in his poetry too. His poetry again can be classified into amorous, metaphysical and satirical poems. And he also wrote quite a number of pamphlets, and his sermons were very popular. At the time he lived, it is said that only a few of his poems were published, and including a few of his sermons too. And it is said that his poems had a lot of currency in manuscripts. They were quite popular, but not exactly well received, because mentioned earlier in the session on metaphysical poets, because these poets called metaphysical poets, they took a divergent path from the conventional poetry, and so they were not initially very popular. I'm coming back to the Holy Sonnets. So this particular poem, as I said, Batter My Heart, is sonnet number 14, and it deals with his doubts and his fears and his conflicts when it came to regarding the need to surrender himself to God. And because he was basically an adventurer, a man of the world who lived life as he pleased, and now it was difficult for him to surrender to the service of God. It was not that he did not love God. He had great love for God, and he wanted to surrender, but the other self, the evil self, he says that in the poem itself, he mentions it is the devil that was pulling him to the other side. And so here in this particular poem, he requests God, he pleads with God to deal with him quite in the hard way and make him his. And this is how the poem begins. Batter my heart, 3% God, for you as yet but knock, breathe, shine and seek to mend. So he is addressing the 3-person God, or here it is what he means is the Holy Trinity, and he says that you have been trying to deal with me in a very soft manner, like a tinker. That is a comparison there, like a tinker who mends metal vessels. He has been trying to knock him there, to straighten him there with a gentle knock, or blowing out a part that was crushed. But he says that will not work with me, because I am a hardened kind of a man of the world, and I need something harsh, more harsh, to bring me to your ways. So he tells God to please stop being soft on him and instead be really tough with him. So he says, if you really want me to rise and stand up in your name, first thing you have to do is you have to overthrow me, bend me, exercise all your force, break, blow, burn and make me new. So he says, destroy me completely so that you can once again mold me in your shape to your likeness. So the comparison in the first few lines is to that of a tinker who mends vessels, and so he tells God to stop being soft and be harsh with him. And then he goes on to the next comparison. Now these are all conceits that we mentioned in the earlier episode on metaphysical poetry. This again is a conceit. He says, I am a usurped town, a town that has been conquered by the enemy, and I would love to let you in. I labor to admit you, he says, but unfortunately I am not able to. And he says, reason, which is your viceroy in me, reason which is supposed to show me what is right and what is wrong, reason which should actually govern my discretionary powers, my reason anyway unfortunately is not working. And so he says here, reason, your viceroy in me should defend, but is captivated and proves weak or untrue. Yet dearly I love you. So he says, yet I love you and I want you to come and save me. And now he goes on to another comparison of a marriage, and he says, I am betrothed to your enemy. That is, I am going to be wedded. I am almost on a point to get wedded to your enemy, which here is Satan or the devil. And he says, if you really love me, if you really want me, you take me away from this particular bondage that I am tied in and break that bond with the devil. Take me to you, imprison me, for I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever chaste except you ravish me. So he says, to make me pure, first you have to make me yours. My relation with you has to be consummated as in a marriage for me to belong to you in every sense. So just like a maiden asks her lover to ravish her or to consummate the marriage, to make the marriage wholesome, here Donne asks God. It's actually a sexual imagery, and many critics feel that it is strange that he uses a sexual imagery here, but I guess it is not a new thing, because even when you talk about Mirabai and Krishna, there again it is, you know that it is more, Mira's love for Krishna is physical, and at the same time it's intensely spiritual. So here too you can see, look at it in similar light. And again, this poem, whenever I read this poem, it reminds me of another poem which was by an anonymous author. It is a Baul song. You know, the Bauls are the spiritual wanderers, spiritual seekers of Bengal. And in a Baul song, I remember reading a poem where the poet says that I am a boat and you are the ocean. So if you want me to become one with you, just destroy me first, and only then I can merge with you. You can see a similar sentiment often in Gitanjali, in Tagore's poems too, where he advocates complete surrender to God. He says, I am the flute and you are the music that is to be played through me. So here, that is what Donne is trying to do. He wants to surrender himself completely to God, and for that he permits God to use any means. The only thing he demands is that he be rescued from the devil and be made one with God. So it is a very interesting poem, and you can see how now this term batter, I should have mentioned it in the beginning, but then battering is, you know that it was a kind of a device used in a contraption used in the earlier times to break through forts, to break down the huge doors of forts. The enemy used to come and ram them down or batter them down using these wooden rams with metallic heads. So he wants God to batter him thoroughly, to mold him, to remold him and make him his. So you can see strong sentiments are expressed there, and very sincere feelings to surrender to God. And this poem, I guess, is something that you can easily identify with. Batter My Heart is undoubtedly a very fervent expression of spiritual yearning and the quest of a soul to become one with God. And it is definitely ranked as one among the best religious poems written by John Donne, and for that matter written by any other poet too.